Hey guys, David here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, the information that I'm going to share with you in today's video, in my estimation, is probably one of the most important videos that we have ever done in the history of this channel, and you are not going to want to miss 1 second of it. So guys, let's get to it. So guys, this is actually a special edition of Digital Outlook because I'm going to take you on a journey from where we were to where we're going. And I'm going to introduce you to some information that you may never have been exposed to before that might very well give you a perspective you have not yet considered. And it's my hope that at the end of this video, you will have some more tools in your toolbox to navigate the future that is coming upon us. We're going to look at some data. We're going to look at some video clips. We're going to look at some articles. And guys, we're going to lay it all out there. So why don't we start now? Now, guys, the first thing that I want to introduce to you is the global money supply. And right here, we have a visualization of the global money supply. And it is so vitally important to get a grasp of what this is. Now, guys, this is from 2022. So consider the fact that, hey, some of the information in here is going to have changed and some of the numbers could be inflated from where they were, considering we're at 2024. Now, one of the first ones is here. Whoa, before I start, one of the things I want to point out here is each one of these squares is worth $100 billion. So this is how this visualization works. Now, here we got Sam Bankman-Fried, and they've got a quarter of one square. So at the time, they're saying, hey, maybe he's around 26 billion. Well, now that, guys, he's, kind of in the hoosegow, I don't think Sam Bankman-Fried's net worth is really that much anymore. But guys, as of the November 2021 peak, here is the cryptocurrency amount right here. And right over here, it says, after hitting a peak of 2.82 trillion in November of 2021, the crypto market has fallen to 760 billion today when they produce this. But guys, as we know, we've already come back. I think we're at 2.4 or 2.5 trillion as of today in 2024. Now, what I want to point out to you as we go through this list, and we're not going to touch base on all of them because there's a few that I want to touch base on, one of them being commodities here. Guys, all of the gold and all of these other, commodities, listen to this. The world's total above ground gold reserves are estimated at 205,238 tons by the World Gold Council. Using a $1,750 spot price, which, guys, it is way beyond that now, the world's gold is worth $11.5 trillion. Now, that was back then. Now, guys, keep this in mind because it's going to be a big player in just a little bit. We're going to get back to it. Now, let's go down a little further here. And one thing I want to show you is right over here. Now, here are the world stock exchanges. Here's the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, Shanghai, Euronext, Japan Exchange, and all the other ones. And right now, they estimate the amount of all the global stock exchanges being worth $92 to $93 trillion. Now, that is not all. Let's go down here. Here's another one I want to point out. Global debt. Global debt. This is the total amount of debt, including that accumulated by governments, corporations, households. Now, together it adds to 300 trillion. Now, something else to point out is here's global real estate. Now, global real estate is valued at 326 trillion. So here's the residential at 259 trillion back in 2022. Agricultural, 35 trillion. Commercial, 33 trillion, and all of that kind of stuff. Now, we're going to go down here because what I want to get here is the derivatives market. Now, derivatives, according to the Bank of International Settlements, the market value of derivatives is now 12.4 trillion. Now, that is not the notional value. The notional value literally gets into the quadrillions when you're talking about derivatives. Guys, what I want to present to you is this. Considering where we are in history, and you've got a lot of folks out there when you're talking about the various market capitalizations for assets in this space. And they'll say stuff like this. They'll say, wow, to see those kind of prices, it's absolutely impossible for, let's say XRP to be worth $5.2 trillion. If XRP is $100, then the total value of XRP is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 5.2 trillion. That can't be, because the entirety of the cryptocurrency space is only 2.4 trillion, guys. They are forgetting this right here. The global money supply. Now, what do we know that is happening in the wide world in a big, big way? Well, one of them, like I said, that gold number, we know that gold right now is being tokenized. And in the DMCC in Dubai, they have absolutely tokenized gold. And we know that that's happening. But what else is really major? Well, guys, let's go back down here and let's look at this $93 trillion of the global stock markets. Well, do you know what, guys? It is on the agenda to literally tokenize all of this. Now, just imagine something. Just imagine we saw that little bit. And remember, each one of these squares, $100 billion, move on over and come into this space right here. What do you think that's going to do to the valuations of this space? You got it. It is going to send it into the absolute atmosphere. And you think there's only a handful of various ecosystems that can handle this kind of volume. Of course, Hedera Hashgraph is one. You got XLM, you got XRP. There's a couple other ones. But guys, there is not that many. And I want you to see something that is truly mesmerizing, because guys, they have been laying it out for us. I have a little clip here that I want you to watch. And this clip is Larry Fink. Now, Larry Fink, he is the CEO of BlackRock. And BlackRock is probably the world's greatest behemoth out there with over what? $13 trillion of assets under management. We're talking pension funds and on and on and on. Guys, just listen to what Larry Fink thinks and what he says is coming for the wide world when it deals with all these markets.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Now, guys, did you hear what he just said? In his own words, he's talking about the evolution of these markets, where he has come out and said that the next evolution, the next advancement of these markets is the tokenization, guys. You guessed it, of this right here, securities. And if you don't think that is mind-blowing, consider this. I want you to take a look right here. Now, this article is about Wall Street giant Depository Trust and Clearing Corp. And it says right here, launches private blockchain platform to settle trades more quickly. Now, guys, this is back from 2022 in August. Now, listen to this right here. New York-based post-trade financial services company, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corp., which processes all trades in the United States stock market. Did you hear that? All trades. Do you know how much transactional volume that works out to? Trillions of dollars a day. Yep, trillions. Has launched a private blockchain project aimed at settling trades more quickly for clients. According to a press release Monday, the DTCC acts as the counterparty for most trades in the U.S. and underpins the entire public securities market. Well, just listen to this. Project Ion was first created as a pilot program in 2020 and moved into a development program in September. The DTCC says it is now processing an average of over 100,000 bilateral equity transactions per day in a parallel processing environment and almost 160,000 on peak days. The DTCC subsidiary, the Depository Trust Company, remains the authoritative source for transactions. Well, guys, I'm going to show you here who they signed up with. They literally signed up with R3 Corda. Now, guys, listen to this. Who does R3 Corda? What do they use to do these bridging settlements? Well, listen to this right here. R3 Corda now has a bridge to public blockchains with the arrival of Ethereum-based XDC. Now that came out in 2023. Guys, R3 Corda is literally using XDC for settlement. Now listen to this. Enterprise software company R3 Corda's network, backed by many of the world's largest banks, is following the general trend towards public-facing blockchains, announcing Tuesday a group of former RBS bankers, now known as Lab 577, is bridging the way for Exchange Infinite XinFin, which is, XDC, XinFin Digital Contract, a blockchain focused on trade finance space. Its native token, the Ethereum compatible XDC, will be used as a settlement coin inside Corda. And guys, it is utilized to finalize these kinds of transactions. Bang, right there. You are literally seeing what Larry Fink had said there. The infrastructure for the tokenization of these securities, of course, you need the rails before you need the cars, don't you? And you got to get it all ready to go. And guys, you are literally watching it happen right in front of your face. Now, something else that I want to point out that is a big deal has to deal with the global money supply. Now, when you're talking about the global money supply, you have narrow money and broad money. Now, listen to this. The total value of the world's easily accessible money is 48.9 trillion. This includes the world's coins, banknotes, and checking deposits. The total value of the world's money is 82.6 trillion. This includes coins, and that's broad money. It includes coins, banknotes, money market accounts, as well as savings, checkings, and time deposits. Well, guys, what do we know that is happening with global fiat currency as money? Well, we know that they're evolving into central bank digital currencies. Now, I have another little clip here. This one is from Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve in the United States. Now, you just listen to what he says about the development of central bank digital currencies in the U.S. And keep in mind, he said this, guys, not that long ago, just a year and a bit ago. Now, just listen to this.
Looking forward, rapid changes are taking place in the global monetary system that may affect the international role of the dollar in the future. Most major economies already have or are in the process of developing instant 24/7 payments. Our own FedNow service will be coming online in 2023. And in light of the tremendous growth in crypto assets and stablecoins, we are examining whether a U.S. central bank digital currency would improve upon what is an already safe and efficient domestic payment system. As our white paper on this topic notes, a U.S. CBDC could also potentially help maintain the dollar's international.
Now, guys, are you hearing that? Are you literally hearing what they are telling you? You got Larry Fink talking about, hey, tokenization of securities. You got Jerome Powell touting the advanced benefits of CBDC, central bank digital currencies. And they're not the only ones. This is happening on a global level. Well, guys, take a look at who is the number one organization when it is coming to the development of CBDCs. Ripple ranked number one ahead of MasterCard for central bank digital currencies. Juniper Research, a digital sector consulting firm founded in 2001, released a new study on central bank digital currencies and ranked Ripple out of 15 competitors Anthony Welfare, senior CBDC advisor at Ripple, who also served as an advisor to the United Kingdom government on blockchain, highlighted the award. Ripple was ranked as #1 and established leader for central bank digital currencies. Now, guys, listen to this. A recent report by Juniper Research highlighted significant transactional growth to 213 billion globally by 2030. And guys, this came out way back there. This is actually from 2022 as well. And what I'm really trying to show you here is the infrastructure has been put in place for a while now. Now, if you think that they did not have, that this is just kind of popped out of nowhere and there was no plan afoot, guys, I'm going to show you something that I think is really going to blow a lot of your minds. I have a clip here that is practically being scrubbed from the entire internet, but I'm going to show it to you. And it's a clip of Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, my home country, where he has come out and he was talking about things that were happening pre this right here to advance an agenda, pre this agenda for, and listen to what he says, what it was for, guys. It is going to really blow you away. Just look at this right here.
Pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset. This is our chance to accelerate our pre-pandemic efforts to reimagine economic systems that actually address global challenges.
Now, guys, did you hear that? To advance their this agenda in changing these financial markets. Yep, guys, this is nothing new. They have been working on it for a long time. And something that I want to show you that is really wild that is happening right now today to bring it right up to speed is this. Now, guys, you heard in that clip from Larry Fink how he had said, hey, the bond market is changing in a big way. Well, guys, what is the bond market? Now, for those who don't know, let's just take a look at what the bond market is. And this is from Investopedia. The bond market is often referred to as the debt market, fixed income market, or credit market. It is the collective name given to all trades and issues of debt securities. Governments issue bonds to raise capital to pay debts or fund infrastructural improvements. Publicly traded companies issue bonds to finance business expansion projects or main ongoing operations. Now, some key takeaways. Governments use the proceeds from bonds to finance infrastructural improvements and pay debts. Companies issue bonds to raise capital, maintain operations, grow product lines, open new locations. Bonds are either issued on the primary market or, get this, guys, traded on the secondary market, in which investors may purchase existing debt via brokers or other third parties. Now, keep that in mind. Now, guys, what is the global debt? Remember, we were looking at that. Now, let me just go down here and what the global debt looked like. The global debt, over 300 trillion. Well, I'm going to show you something here, guys, that is truly something else, because we have been talking about this for a long time on this channel and how they are literally out there imploding this current system, literally to move us into a brand new digital system and economy. Just check this out. April 23, 2024. The U.S. Treasury is about to make a move designed to make the bond market, the debt market, which, guys, I didn't say this, but I should have. The debt market is the beating heart of all markets. It begins and ends with the debt market. Now, how is that debt created? Well, hey, it's the Federal Reserve goes out there and they literally borrow from the future and bring all that currency right into the now, right? They literally create it out of thin air, and it's destroying the absolute, purchasing power of currency, and you're borrowing against the future. And that is where the money comes from. Augustin Carson, I've said this before. He's the general manager of the Bank of International Settlements, which, by the way, is the central bank of all central banks. He literally says all these fiat notes, you know what those are? They're liability instruments. That's exactly what they are. Every last one of them is a promissory note right back to the central bank that issued it. And that's what it is. And guys, we are moving into this new central bank digital currency system that has been on the agenda for a long time now. Just listen to what they're about to do here. The first Treasury buyback program, get this, in more than 20 years is scheduled to be reintroduced next week, guys. Next week. A long awaited program intended to make the Treasury market more liquid and resilient. It is expected to get off the ground in a matter of days. It is known as a buyback program and is scheduled to be reintroduced next week for the first time in more than 20 years. Guys, think about that. First time in 20 years? Wow, even when this is going on, they didn't do this, did they? And yet, look at where we're at right now with our inflation, and yet they're going to go out and buy the whole thing back. Guys, I'm telling you, they are pushing us to the absolute implosion of this system, and it's done with intentionality. The U.S. Treasury has already conducted limited buyback tests this month and indicated that it will announce the date of its first regular operation as part of next Wednesday's quarterly refunding announcement. The goal of the program is to support liquidity in the world's largest market for government securities. Well, what are government securities? Guys, what are they? Traded on the security market, bonds, we're talking about the debt market. Now listen to this. Concerns about the U.S.'s growing debt pile is being seen by traders and strategists as one of the biggest catalysts for a prolonged period of volatility inside the $27.5 trillion treasury market. Guys, we are talking about the debt market. Now, the Treasury Department has undertaken only 2 previous series of buybacks in the past 100 years, century. The first took place during the 1920s. More recently, the Treasury bought back $67.5 billion of outstanding debt via 45 operations held between March of 2000 and April 2002, according to Josh Frost, Assistant Secretary for Financial Markets. It didn't even happen in the 2008-9 crisis, and we are way further down the road than that now, and way worse. Now, in a speech delivered last September, Frost said that reintroducing buybacks would not only help to make the Treasury market more liquid and resilient, but would also help the department achieve its debt management objectives. You're talking about the U.S. Treasury, hey, coming from the Federal Reserve, they're going to buy up the debt market. Now, have we not been saying that on this channel? Now, you ask yourself this. When they go and do that, what do you think that is going to do to the currency that we're in and the financial system that we're in? Guys, it is going to absolutely blow it to smithereens. You're thinking inflation, they're working against it when they're going to go out there and buy the debt market? Guys, this is absolutely, you have got to have this on your radar. Now, in a note on Tuesday, Barclays strategists Ashul Prandan and Andres Mock said that they are expecting the Treasury to unveil a schedule of purchase operations shortly. As to when the Treasury should conduct these operations, we believe it should avoid major data releases, they said. Dealers have noted that they expect robust participation in operations that occur in the late morning or early afternoon, with several suggesting that timing of auctions should be taken into account and conducting buybacks leading up to an auction would be helpful. Guys, when they do this, they are going to pour money into this system like you have never seen. And as a result, you think these market capitalizations, they are going to literally push us into this new digital economy. This is absolutely designed to destroy this current system. Literally, they have not done it but only 2 times in the last 100 years. What does that tell you about where we are when you're talking about the wide world? When you see the debt market completely implode, I'm going to tell you what, the rest of them are all going to follow literally like a house of cards, like dominoes. Bang, 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 bang. And if you think that when you look at these markets and these guys that come out there, oh my goodness, XRP could never be worth $100 a token due to the fact that it would be 5.2 trillion. They do not understand the global money supply. They do not even see, look, or either they do or they're being intentionally misleading to keep you in the dark. That's exactly what I think. Because, guys, nobody worth their salt that has been in this space or has really understood financial markets can look at what's been going on and literally seeing the information that they are coming out. Listen to those clips. You had Larry Fink say that. You listen to Jerome Powell. You just listen to Justin Trudeau. You've just seen this information that I'm showing you right here. Now, guys, there's a ton of research left for you to go out and do. And this is why I'm encouraging you to get out there and do it, so that you can absolutely just get a glimpse of what's coming and decide for yourself how you're going to navigate through it. I'm telling you right now, from what I see here, when I see this kind of stuff and I hear all this kind of stuff, to me, it is not a far cry to think that you watch, all of those treasuries and securities come in and you see this space suck up the debt market, suck up all of the, stock exchanges, and Larry Fink literally coming out there and telling you and I that it's going to be the next evolution of this market. Why, guys? And you got, by the way, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation preparing for it, signed up with R3 Corda using XDC as well, and all of that. And you got Ripple. And by the way, do you know what the Ripple is, who they're working? They're working with the Bank of International Settlements right now. Do you know what they're working on? Solving the interoperability issue between central bank digital currencies. And guys, what's the solution? You can go to Ripple's website. Literally, you can see it. It is XRP. That's why I am out there and I'm saying, hey, look, it is not a far cry when you literally see this right here, guys, and this right here, and the global debt right there coming into this space. Hey, 5.2 trillion as a market capitalization for XRP does not even scratch the surface, because, guys, the whole wide world is being tokenized. We're talking about the tokenization of real world assets and information in ways that you have not even imagined. And the world is going to change. It's going to change just that fast. And all these naysayers that are sitting on the side, oh, that's impossible, this and this and this, I'm going to tell you what, they're going to be the same ones standing on the platform when the train is left with their hands in their pockets and their jaws on the ground. It is going to be genuinely mind-blowing. Guys, you owe it to yourself to get out there and really, really research it. I can show you this information, but guys, I'll tell you what, I can share my convictions with you, but I can't give you the confidence that goes with it. The answers that you go out and find for yourself are the ones you really are going to trust in the most. And for me, I'll tell you what, the research that I've done causes me to believe that this is going to represent probably the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind, and most of the wide world is absolutely oblivious to it. Don't let it catch you in the dark. You get out and you dig for that gold. So, guys, with everything that is going on in this space, one thing I can tell you from personal experience is you are going to want to get your plan in place before things really take off. And what our coaching program offers, that is where you and I can meet personally, one-on-one, for 1 hour over Zoom. And during that time, I share with you our personal journey in that last bull run and what enabled Judy and I to experience some amazing financial success. I share with you the mistakes we made so that you don't have to fall into the same pitfalls we did. We take a look at your portfolio and make sure that it's balanced towards your goals, and we work together to develop your exit strategy. We can even get your assets off an exchange and onto a hardware wallet, along with delivering to you some amazing techniques that are really going to help you in this space. Now, the cost of that is $250, and if that's something that interests you, you write me right there at coaching@thedigitaloutlook.com and we'll get you all booked in. So, guys, I truly hope that you enjoyed today's video, and as always, it's not financial advice, it's just my 2 cents. Hit the like and subscribe, drop your comments right down there in the comment section, and I'll catch you in the next one.